Inside this video, I am going to bust one of the biggest fat loss myths, and that is spot reduction. That if you follow the 3 evidence-based strategies that I have here on the whiteboard, you can in fact target things like lower abdominal fat. Now, if you're over 40 and you don't have access to this information, pay close attention, because without this, you're gonna continue to struggle with the inevitable weight loss plateau. So, let's do this. Hey everybody, Coach Sean, the Rip Grandpa, owner of Beyond 40. And you know, when I started my fitness career over 2 decades ago by placing first runner-up grand champion in the world-renowned Body for Life contest, I was taught through my nutrition and exercise certifications that you can't spot reduce, that you can't burn hanging lower belly fat and target fat in that area, that you lose fat from all over your body, that if you store it last on your face, you're gonna burn it first off of your face. Now, although this is factual, this does not mean that you can't target fat in the belly region. And I want to cite 2 different studies here. They did a 5-week study and a 6-week study, and both groups trained one leg and left the other leg untrained. And when they went back and they measured muscle and fatty tissue in the trained leg actually lost more fat than the untrained leg. Now, the conclusion to these studies shows that fat burning is higher in adjacent pockets of fat or fatty tissue that are on top of contracting muscle tissue. So if we know this, we can actually target hanging lower belly fat. Now, just to drive this home, if you look up on the screen right now, you'll see that I've used the techniques that I'm gonna share with you on the whiteboard behind me to get ready for over 5 photo shoots. So let's dive in and show you how you can legitimately burn hanging lower belly fat. All right, so let's talk about stubborn fat solution number 1. And before I dive in, I wanna let you know these 3 strategies are gonna work best if you're down to that stubborn fat. That last 10, 15, 20 pounds of stubborn fat when you've hit a plateau. If you're just beginning your weight loss journey and you're just trying to rapidly lose weight, you need to follow Fat Loss 101. So just click the link in our description for our Over 40 Hormone Reset Diet. We'll give you an entire daily blueprint that will allow you to get the basics in place. And this is specifically designed for the hormonal condition and metabolism of people over 40 years old. Then, once you start losing weight and get this in place, you can start implementing these stubborn fat solution strategies. And number 1 is just timing your exercise the right way. You see, if we exercise at the right time, when insulin is very stable or low, it allows our body to more easily access stubborn fat cells as a fuel source. And anytime you eat, even if it's a healthy choice and it's a healthy meal or a healthy snack, your body's insulin levels will be elevated. And the teeniest amounts of insulin have been shown in scientific research to stop your body from accessing the fat cells that are stuck inside your body. By exercising when insulin is very, very low, which means we haven't eaten, so that would be in a fasted state, your body is much more likely to access these stubborn fat cells. So the good time to do this would be 3 to 4 hours after a meal. This will allow your insulin to stabilize for the 3 to 4 hours afterwards, so that when you go into that workout, you're in more of a fat-burning environment. A better time is during a fast, so either in the middle of an intermittent fast or maybe in the morning when you wake up on an empty stomach. Now, the reason this is so effective is not only because insulin is so low and stable, it's because fasting kicks up and activates your body's sympathetic nervous system. This is your body's fight or flight response. And when this is activated, your pituitary will release more growth hormone and your adrenal glands will release hormones called catecholamines. The 2 primary ones are known as norepinephrine and adrenaline. These are the hormones that actually are responsible for releasing fatty acids from your stubborn fat cells that are stuck into your bloodstream, where they are delivered to working tissue and burned as fuel, which is why the best time to exercise would be at the end of a fast, because these hormones are at their peak, and so you're gonna get maximum results. So now let's go ahead, let's dive in to strategy number 2 that's based on the research studies that I just covered a few minutes ago. Stubborn fat solution number 2 is by far my favorite. And in fact, if you look on the screen here, you can see how I recently used this at 50 years old to go from almost 16% body fat all the way down to 5.8%. That's why I love it so much. And it does work best when you want to get rid of that last little bit of stubborn fat, whether it's in your lower belly region or on another body part. Now there's 3 simple steps here, and scientifically, these steps are called mobilize, transport, and oxidize. Now over the years of using this strategies, I've simplified this and dumbed it down so that people can easily understand it. So mobilize is release, transport is just deliver, and then oxidize simply means burn. So you simply want to release these fat cells into the bloodstream, you want to deliver them to working tissue where they can be burned off, and then you want to burn them or oxidize them to shrink a stubborn fat cell. So how do we do this? Well, step number 1 is to remember fasted training. It's to perform some type of high intensity interval training in a fasted state. We talked about those fight or flight hormones that intermittent fasting creates, how it elevates those hormones. Well, if you do short, hard bursts of high intensity interval training, it actually enhances this process because it kicks up your sympathetic nervous system even further. And of course, this is what is going to force your body to release these fatty acids from your stubborn fat cells into the bloodstream. Now, how do you know if you're actually getting the effect you need? Well, if you're going hard enough, you should experience something called GH tingles. If you do this in a fasted state, experiment going easy at first, but you need to learn to push yourself as hard as you can go in that fasted state. And if you start feeling tingles, that's an indication you're doing the right thing. They call those GH tingles, which means your pituitary gland is actually releasing growth hormones. So once you've done this, that mobilizes or releases those fatty acids into the bloodstream. Now you need step 2. You need to transport or deliver those fatty acids to working tissue where it can be burned off. So this is where you create blood flow, because research shows that fat burning is higher in adjacent pockets of fat that have blood flow. So if you want to target lower ab fat, you're going to do an ab circuit. So simply pick an exercise for your lower abs, your upper abs, and your obliques, or you could just maybe stick with lower abs if that's what you want to target. And I recommend doing a circuit of some time. Pick 2 or 3 exercises, go back and forth, do some high reps, and take about 5 minutes to do about 100 reps in your ab region. That creates massive blood flow in your lower abdominal region. Now, because you have all these fight or flight hormones floating around, you've released all these fatty acids into the bloodstream, and you created all this blood flow, those fatty acids are going to start going to that abdominal region, and now you need to oxidize or burn those fatty acids from that stomach region. And the way that you do this is you end this protocol with a medium intensity cardio or like an incline walk for about 20 to 30 minutes. You see, in the scientific community, there's a term called reesterification, and it happens to stubborn fat cells. And what happens is, if you just do an ab circuit and you just have these hormones, and now you've released all these fatty acids into the bloodstream, and you don't do some type of brisk walk or medium intensity cardio to burn them off, research shows they can actually resettle and restore into another area of your body. That is reesterification, and doing that medium intensity cardio at the end of this protocol is the key to preventing it. So I wanted to end this video by talking about some miscellaneous plateau busters or stubborn fat solutions that I've personally used over the last couple decades that have really helped me stay lean year round, and I think they can really help you too. And the first one is intermittent fasting or time restricted feeding. If you haven't experimented with intermittent fasting, I highly recommend it. It's personally changed my life because it's gotten me away from my emotional attachment to eating every few hours, and it really does make diet adherence a lot easier. I like to fast Monday through Friday and take the weekends off. I do a 16 to 18 hour fast. So I eat my last meal at like 9 p.m. and then my first meal the next day will be around 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And I do that Monday through Friday. And what this is really good for if you're over 40 years old is something called hormonal entrainment. So by having close to the same feeding and fasting window, at least 5 days per week, you really start training your hormones to burn more fat. You start training your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. So you never get hungry during the fast. You get hungry when you're supposed to, during the feeding window. You start training glucagon, your blood sugar hormone, by stabilizing insulin more in that fasting window. You start retraining your circadian rhythm so you sleep better. Now, not only that, this isn't just about fat loss. People who intermittent fast have been shown to live longer, have less inflammation, and less disease. Mental clarity's increased, all these other benefits from intermittent fasting. And let's face it, all these benefits are just going to help you lose more stubborn fat. Next up is carbing up. Now, the intermittent fasting and the carb up strategy that I'm about ready to cover are laid out in a step-by-step blueprint at the link below in the description for our over 40 hormone reset diet. So many people over 40 underestimate the power of carbs. If you're on a low carb diet and you hit a plateau, it's a clear indication you need to carb up. And I love carbing up every weekend because it creates sanity while you're dieting. Who doesn't want to eat their favorite carbs on the weekend? And so one day a week, I have a clean carb up day where I really up my carbs. I really up my rice, I up my potatoes, I up my oats, and I add more fruits in, and then I'll have a cheat meal every weekend as well. And see, what happens is when you go low carb for more than a week, your body's leptin and thyroid levels suppressed by up to 50%. These are the two hormones that regulate your metabolism and your body weight. And the glucose from things like white rice and potatoes and other high carb foods are the building blocks of these hormones. So not only do you get to enjoy your carbs, you boost your metabolism, preventing metabolic slowdown, and you increase your fat burning hormones after they've been decreased from a low carb cycle. Now, let's talk about ACV and lemon juice. I could do an entire video on this. I'm just gonna tell you, take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and squeeze a half of a lemon into a glass together with a little bit of water and drink that in a fasted state. Make sure you rinse your mouth afterwards because the ACV can eat the enamel off your teeth. And research shows this will help you burn more stubborn fat. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of all the benefits of ACV and lemon water, but during a fasted state, it can be a very powerful fat burner. And the last tip is simply caffeine and black coffee. Now, I'm a caffeine addict. And caffeine has diminishing returns. So the more that you consume, the less effective it is. So I really don't think it's really that effective on me anymore like it used to be. However, research shows that things like black coffee with caffeine or just a supplement that has mild amounts of natural caffeine during the fasted state can help you liberate more fatty acids from stubborn fat cells into the bloodstream, where you can use them as fuel during the fasted state. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, share the love, hit the like, and then up here in the corner, you're gonna see an entire crash course that I did a couple years ago on intermittent fasting so you understand exactly how to do it. This video went viral, so I hope you enjoy it. Time is our most precious commodity. Grateful you took all this time to watch this content. Hope you got something out of it. Thanks for watching and God bless.